In the past couple of years, we've seen a pattern of people posting things for sale on Facebook Marketplace. A lot of times it's items such as ATVs, personal electronic devices, and gaming devices. Most of these people are from outside of the Dayton area. They will come into Dayton and meet a person to sell that product, and when they go to sell it, the person will hand them an envelope full of money. It's actually counterfeit money, and if it's an ATV, they'll write off on the ATV, or they'll steal the gaming device or whatever electronic device it is, and the person will be out that money. One of the common things we're seeing is the person is willing to pay like top market price or pay additional money for the person delivered to Dayton, and sometimes the deals are too good to be true. So some advice we're giving is, if you see something online that is a deal that is too good to be true, it is too good. We advise you not to come meet a person at their house or in a park. We have several areas at our police districts where it's safe to come meet, do your exchange to verify the person's legit so you don't become a victim.
Talk about, you got like 4 different districts where people could go into the parking lot. If they wanted not just to be in the parking lot, but even to have an officer, how would they go about calling to have an officer maybe come out and just kind of be in the lot while the transaction happens?
They can call for a peace officer. An officer will come out. They are not going to get involved in any of the specifics of the sale, but they can sit there and make sure that everyone's safe and that nothing goes on, just for peace of mind.
How many of these have you been seeing?
This year alone, we have at least 40 documented cases. There's probably more. A lot of times people are embarrassed to call. They're embarrassed to say that, hey, they drove here from Indiana and they got scammed out of $5,000 trying to deliver their ATV. The ATV is the biggest product we see being stolen right now, where they'll go to do a test drive and they'll drive off, and the victim's left with a envelope full of fake money.
And then how hard is the recourse, for you all, once this kind of does happen, helping people after the fact?
We do recover some of the property, but it can be very difficult because a lot of these scams are set up online with fake accounts, and it's easy for a person to just create the fake account and then close it out whenever they're done, and then create a new one, and they keep going. So they can be very difficult to investigate.
And it's often, whether it's Navy or whatever, a lot of people don't have all that much information about serial numbers on what they're selling or other identifying things, which makes it also difficult for you to follow up the investigation.
Yes, any serial numbers or VINs that people can record prior to selling would be a great help, because a lot of times someone has a gaming device. They don't record the serial number on something like that, or a cell phone that they go to sell. So recovering those devices can be very difficult if we don't have specifics about the serial or VIN numbers.
So when did this start to actually become like a major concern? Was this something that may have been also a concern back around like Christmas time, when people are also buying a lot of gifts and things online?
We've actually been seeing this for about 2 to 3 years now. It's been a real problem. We had probably around Christmas was actually the biggest time for like the ATVs. That in January, seems like we had a real influx of them. They'll slow down for a little bit and then they'll pick back up.
And then would you say, can you give an estimate to maybe how much property loss, the value, kind of some of these items that have been stolen?
So the value of the property it varies. Some of these small electronic devices can be $500, where some of these ATVs are $8,000 to $10,000, where the person who's stealing them offers $600 or so for the person just to deliver it to Dayton. The victim oftentimes sees someone's offering to buy something for $8,000, plus they get a $600 delivery fee, and they think it's a great deal. And in the end, they're the victim of a crime, and they're out $8,000 to $10,000.
When it comes to these safe locations, there's 4 of them now. They're all Dayton police locations, if I remember correctly. Are there any other locations that are public for people to use if they didn't want to go to a police department?
I would recommend using the police departments because we often see these victims meeting up at places where you traditionally would think it's safe. They go to schools and parks where you think it's a public area and you think you would be safe, but the schools and parks are actually where most of these thefts are occurring. So we would recommend going to one of the police districts.
And then can you comment on maybe how, effective it has been for like other departments and stuff to have kind of just your presence there, how that's maybe helped people?
It's difficult to say how much our presence stops these crimes because oftentimes if you say, hey, I want to meet at one of the police stations, the person will be like, never mind, I don't want to do this. Then you'll know it's not a legit sale because if they're not willing to meet up at the police station, there's probably something that's wrong with the sale.
Does it seem more common that these scams happen with a really, really well-priced item or someone trying to get rid of a free item that then becomes a robbery?
It's usually items that are highly coveted, such as electronic devices, things that people are having trouble getting their hands on. We see that a lot with the gaming systems. And then a lot of the ATVs that are very popular, we see those that people are trying to get their hands on. Some of these more sport models or faster models, those are the ones that people usually target.